Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a review of the Doctor Who The Earthshock 3-pack review action figure set, which retails for £19.99 here in the UK. And yeah, it's was meant to be part of the October wave, but you know, it's December now, so yeah. Accessory wise, it comes with lots of different hands for the androids, and that, because the other hands they have are the sort of ones with these little like bits sticking out ever so slightly, like they did in the episode to like shoot people. What I really like about these figures in general is that they're so sort of, for lack of a better term, generic, that actually you could use them as like stuff from like Blake 7 or like Star Trek sort of thing, or they're really good for like customizing, I think. And as I say, like Blade Runner, they come across quite Blade Runner-y to me as well. They basically got this like sort of glossy black like head, and then it's all just black. Like I think it's using the Jaraz Jex, is that his name? Jaraz Jex, even, sort of body, and that, which has also been used for the Axon as well as the Sensorites, and the Raston Warrior as well, in the only one of the wave that I wasn't able to get, unfortunately, the Five Doctors one. But yeah, originally as well, like, the androids were originally women, I think, in the story, but here, obviously, they're kind of, like, done with the body of a dude, with a guy. That don't bother me too much. The articulation is quite sort of, you know, more modern Doctor Who action figure articulation as well, which is good because obviously in terms of detail they are very minimalist and there's not much there really, so it's kind of good that they kind of, you know, had at least sort of improved the sort of articulation in terms of the sort of android figures. As well, the only annoying thing is that the plastic or the tape kind of gets stuck on the little sort of nubs to sort of swap hands, I suppose. So that could be a bit problematic when they're in the box. The other accessory you get is really cool, which is the bomb from the episode from Earthshock, which I really like, because it's a big part of the plot at the beginning of the plot. Peter Davison's Fifth Doctor is trying to obviously disarm it, and yeah, it's a shame that it's like hollow on the inside. Would have been nice if they could have just put some plastic or some sort of like bit over that bit maybe, and that, but it's nicely sort of detailed and textured as well on the top. It looks very screen accurate basically, and that, which I like. The major like sort of figure here, well, I wouldn't even say it's the major figure here, but it's the other figure here is the Fifth Doctor, which yeah, we've had a bajillion different Fifth Doctors. I'll be honest, for me personally, I was really excited about getting another Fifth Doctor, because the other two, if not the only other one that I do have, is very grimy and slimy, because it just didn't keep it in good condition. And then obviously I saw that, you know, they sort of made him look a bit scuffed up and a bit icky, for lack of a better term, and scuffed up on this variant, which is fine. But then I'm like, oh great, okay, cool. So the only ironically clean version of Peter Davison's not grimy, slimy, mouldy, disgusting action figure that I have is one that has like lots of scuffs and paint and sort of stuff anyway, you know, very annoying, for me at least, on a personal level. His hair in this figure is quite darker, sort of a darker sort of brown with a bit of a black wash over it, which is a bit weird. And the head sculpt is okay, you can tell that it is Peter Davison. He has got the celery as well, which is cool. I don't have any version of Peter Davison's Fifth Doctor with the hat, which is a bit of an annoyance personally, if I'm going to be honest. The trousers are just the normal sort of Fifth Doctor trousers, but as I say, they've got like this black stuff because clearly he's on the ground, you know, trying to deactivate the bomb and that. And it's a really, really good sort of performance from Peter Davison and really good interaction with Adric and that, you know. And really tense as well, like, you know, these androids and what's going on, and really good story. But yeah, I think it's cool, like, you know, we're getting sort of two figures from that story, and some nice, you know, swappable hands, some accessories, and that. I think it's a bit of a weaker sort of set. I think the other 3-pack is probably going to be the more popular one, because you get a Raston Warrior, a new version of Pertwee, and a Cyber Leader, if not just a normal Cyberman from the Fifth Doctor. I'm not saying it's more of a popular story, I'm just saying, like, both are popular stories, or well-received stories, so it's kind of cool that we've got, you know, 2 3-packs from this wave are from popular stories. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue, well, maybe they just sort of thought, well, let's just do these and then do a Fifth Doctor one, and that, you know, sort of save money and put more money into the other 3-pack. I guess the only question here now is, like, when are we going to get a Tegan, a Nyssa, and an Adric figure? Because, you know, they have really been sort of churning out in the last couple of years, or predominantly just Fifth Doctor after Fifth Doctor and no companions in sight, really. And thinking about it logically, they are probably the biggest sort of, for lack of a better term, like, gap in the sort of classic Doctor Who companion sort of thing, now that we've got, you know, Sarah and Harry from Tom's run, as well as, like, both Romanas. We've already had Leela, we've got Ace, we've got, you know, we've got Ace, we've got Perry, we've got, you know, and Ian Chesterton, you know, again, I think from 70s through to the 80s, or sort of 70, sort of 1970 all the way to 1989, I'd say the biggest gap is the Peter Davison ones. So, you know, it's just a case of when they're going to release them, I think, I guess. So yeah, again, I think the androids are cool because they're so simplistic, they're effective, you know, and it's really cool with the gun hand, as I said before, and the fact that, again, you know, you can use them, you could easily customize these, as well as maybe use them for other things, such as, like, a sort of animation for other things, like a Blake 7 thing, or a, you know, Star Trek, or Blade Runner, or in this case Doctor Who, or whatever, you know. They're so generic that they could be in anything else, or whatever, you know. If you haven't, for whatever reason, already got a Fifth Doctor, it's cool that you've got a Fifth Doctor, or a variant, I guess. The accessories are cool accessories, like the accessories, and yeah, I'd probably give this a solid sort of 6 or 7 out of 10. It's hard to say, really. It's not probably the best set ever, but it's not by far the worst. I've seen worse sets, you know, or I've paid more for a figure that then ended up being a bit worse than these 3, if that makes sense. Like, for example, Leela, who was a Forbidden Planet exclusive way back in the day, and one of the legs is longer than the other, so the other's shorter, so you know, it doesn't stand up on the shelf, and that, or if I wanted to put it on a shelf, it wouldn't stand up, and I paid like 15 quid for that, whereas this is, as I say, $19.99, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel.